Welcome to the NeedleBugg. My name is Karen, and I am so happy you're joining me today. If you're new here, thank you so very much for stopping by and checking out our channel. I hope you find something you like and will click the subscribe button below. I would really appreciate that. And if you're a returning member, thank you so very much for coming back and hanging out with me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that comes back from time to time or on a regular basis. And finally, if you'd like this channel and would like to help support this channel so that I can continue to make videos for you, please click the join button. As a VIP member, you'll receive extra perks such as a badge by your name in live stream chats, access to a members only Facebook group, and members only live streams. We would love for you to join the NeedleBugg VIP family. Thanks again for being here. And now let's go to the video. Well, here we are. I finally made it. Oh, my camera. Where's my lights here? Oh, my camera does not want to connect with my phone did not want to connect today with my computer, and I don't know why. Who knows? Who knows? What would it be, a live stream without my issue? I always have an issue. So it would not be the norm. Let me adjust this light here a little bit. Hold on. See? Okay. Maybe that's better. Or is that better? Who knows? Who knows? And I should have just, oh my goodness. I thought I was all ready to do this. But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. So you guys got a little bit of a preview of, well, no, you guys got a preview of the video I'm going to put in front of all my recorded videos. So what did you think? Brenda, I'm not on the Mac anymore. I'm on a PC, and the connection is built right into, I use Prism Live, and my phone connection is built right into that. So I think, this is what I think happened. We have been having trouble with, well, not that it is us personally at this point, because it hasn't affected us, but the area, there we go, now I'm not so in your face. The area has been having trouble with people stealing catalytic converters from your cars. In fact, right next to us, it used to be years ago part of this property, but right next to us there's a barn, and a friend of ours has his construction business out of that barn. And he had his truck parked, it would be up on the side street. And they stole the catalytic converter off of his truck. No, Suzette, I live in Pennsylvania. So we got an outside camera to put in front of our place, because we park our cars outside and they're out in front of the house all the time. And when I had to connect that, I had to connect it at a, I don't know what they're called. It's a 2.4 or a 5, whatever. And this had to connect at 2.4, and I think I'm normally using 5, and it just probably messed up some things that I got to try and fix somehow. So that's why I'm late. Long story, but that's why I'm late. But we didn't want to risk. So if we have it set up that if someone is approaching the house, it's going to alarm us. So yeah. But that gave me other technical issues. What can I say? I always have something. It would not be a NeedleBugg live stream without it, would it? It just would not be. So let's see who's all here today. Lucia, yes, that thing that you wrote there. Yeah, I think Jody, it is all over. To tell you the truth, I saw on the news the other night that it is like a nationwide ring, and they steal it for the stuff that's in it that is brings a lot of money. So yeah, and yeah, it's gigahertz. That's it. That's it. So the camera had to connect at 2.4. Missy, there's metals, I guess, in there that are very bring a lot of money when they turn around and sell them. So they're stealing them to get the money. And yeah, they're fast at it. They do it in like less than a minute. They can be under your car, cut both ends off, and have the thing out and gone. So yeah, the precious metals. That's it. My goodness, we're going fast here. Let me see who's here. Let me back up a little bit. Actually, let me turn the chat on in the window here. I turned it off for other reasons. Okay, now I'm going to hide my face. There I am. Oh, where is my chat? There. Oh, there it was. Here we go. All right. Oh my God. Oh no, wait. Gotta go. Oh, I am having a day today. There we go. Just when you think, oh wait, hold on. There. No, wrong way. There. Just when you think you have everything set up the way you want it, no, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. Ah, here, let me do this again. There we go. I don't know why it keeps changing my zoom here. There we go. Now, is that better? A little bit. Okay, I'm just... Oh, people. Yes, you would think. You would think. Yeah, close to $1,000. You're right, Debbie. Okay, now let me see who is here. Let me move this over a little bit, and hopefully that isn't going off the screen for you guys. Okay, I was off the screen. That was the problem. Ah, just when I think things are going to be all good. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's true. But I wanted, that's true, Jody. Oh, I fixed it. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure you guys could read, or even I could read it, because I have another chat window open here. So let me go back up and see who's here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's lots of you here today. It's a party. Oh, does that work above it? Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Here. Technical difficulties. Yes. Pat, hello. Missy, you are here. Jody's here. Penny is here. Debbie's here. Lucia and another Debbie. Suzette, I don't remember your name from before, so welcome. Welcome. Nicole, you're here. Wonderful. Teresa, good morning. Oh, actually, it's good afternoon. I'm a little 20 minutes late. It's probably morning for you. Silja, hello. Yvonne, Penny, Curly Crafter. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. Martina, how are you? I didn't think you were going to make it today, from what I remembered in your email. And by the way, I think I sent you a message. Your chart is in the mail. It went out on Thursday. And who else was a winner? Let me look at my notes here. My notes. Bobby, I don't see your name. I don't think you're here. Brenda's not here. So anybody that was a winner in the giveaways, your things went out on Thursday. Okay. Yeah, there's all kinds of precious metals in those catalytic converters. Norma, hello. Brandy. Maglite is pointed right into my... Oh, that's my... Oh, hold on. See, I'm just all befuddled today. That's my problem. Oh, I'm just befuddled. That phone not working right messed me up, and I won't be able, because I didn't switch my cameras, which I should have done, and put my Brio over here where I stitch, and this other camera up for me to look at. I could, but I'm not going to be able to give you a close-up today of any stitching. Oh, well, that's good, Martina. You didn't have to work as long then today? Awesome. Awesome. And you could be here. That's wonderful. Rose, you're here? Oh, and the Starlet Stitcher brought you here, Suzette. Well, thank you, Starlet. That's wonderful. And Privies and Prim's Needlecrafts, wonderful. Ah, terrific, terrific. Such a wonderful bunch. Yeah, Jody, me too. I like the chat bigger so that, yeah, everybody can read it, and I can read it too. So that's, and I'm just playing a little bit here to try and move it there so that it looks like some of it's not quite getting on the screen. Well, you might get cut off some words. Oh, my lives are too good not to share. Surely you jest. Surely you jest. That's no. You know what? What you see is what you get, whether it's here on a live or whether it is in person. I am what I am. I am what I am. What you see is me. I don't try to be anybody I'm not. It's the way it is. So, oh, Nicole. Oh, Nicole. Let me tell you guys the saga of my 32 count. Okay, you know what? my hair are gray. You can see that they're gray. They just got a little bit grayer. No, they just got a lot grayer. Somewhere, somehow, as I was switching back to the diagonal, okay, let me switch the camera so you can see my stitching. Nope. Brandy, nope, no new charts. I don't need any new charts. I have enough. Let me switch to my, so you can see my stitching. Okay, so now I'm little. Okay. All right. If you remember, on this piece, let me come down here a little bit. Oh, and that's the wrong picture up there. Get rid of that picture. Hold on. Okay. If you remember, all of this here was filled in. And somewhere, somehow, I messed it up. I had the wrong colors, or something. And my count, my line count was off, and oh, it was just a mess. So I spent yesterday, Friday, frogging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close to 550 stitches at least. And what a mess. Frogging 32 count, 10 stitch. You know, to frog 10 stitch wouldn't be bad. But when you have your 10 stitch on 32 count, well, that's not the funnest thing in the world to do. Let me tell you, it's not. And then what happened was, oh, I need to get rid of it. Okay, you're seeing all these things. Then what happened was the back. No, what I had on my fabric, Jody, was not matching the chart. And let me see if I can show you. I did clean up a lot of it. And let me see if I can get it in close. Oh, still. But look at that goober of a mess. All this in here is awful. Like I said, this camera I can't adjust very well, I don't think. Let me try. Hold on. Properties. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. Hold the phone. I can zoom it in my slide. Okay. Did that work? Not so much. A little better. It's all blurry. But anyway, I got this ugly mess that I am really not happy at all with. Not at all. So, where's my focus? Oh my goodness. See, I'm having all kinds of trouble today. Oh, you can't focus this camera. No wonder. So let's see if I can zoom it a bit more. It's probably going to be really blurry again. But there, you can see it a little better. It's just a crazy mess. So I started restitching. That I did do. Let me go back up here and there we go, and turn it around again. I started restitching it, and whatever mistake I made the first time, I made again. So this morning, I frogged it again. Yeah. You know what, Lucia? I was afraid that's exactly what was going to happen. I was afraid it was going to cut the fabric. That one area, like right behind here, was just one thick, matted, absolutely matted mess. I could not stand it. That's also the thing I'm afraid of, Joan. Restitching those little those little fuzzies get brought to the front. Pardon me while I remove this person who is there we go. There we go. Yeah, so as I'm restitching this, I keep trying to move those fuzzies out of the way. Although there is very much a part of me, I will start over, because I know I won't be happy. I know I won't be happy. Suzette, I think what Brandy means, she uses a pin stitch, and a pin stitch is a way of ending your threads. If you look, I have a video on pin stitching, and it's coming up between threads going, yeah, it's hard to explain it, but I do have a video. If you look in the book of knowledge, it will be in there, and it's called pin stitching. A nice way and a very secure way to end threads. Neat. Let's see, Maria, need some help. I started cross stitch on white fabric, but I'm not sure what you're asking me, Maria. Yeah, I can show you a pin stitch on here, and I will do it as if it's not over one. Nicole, the biggest tip I can give you is don't make any mistakes that you have to frog. Because it really stinks. Hi, Dora, glad you're here. I was going to, my plan was, heaven forbid that I actually had some kind of a plan for this video and it's not going to work out. But my plan was to show how I start and end my threads on this. I could just switch my cameras here, I think, on this 32 count, because there were people asking how to start and end threads. But let me show you a pin stitch. Okay, so yeah, Carol, I am going to appreciate this finish once it ever gets finished, and it's probably going to take me 10 years to do it. Let me explain the pin stitch as if we're stitching over 2, okay? And I'm just going to do it down here so that I can take it out. All right, and when I start one, oh geez, can you see that even? Do you know what? I'm going to switch my cameras. So I'm going to put you on Be Right Back, and it will only take me a minute or 2 or 3 to switch them. So can you hang in there? Yeah, Missy, that's the other thing. People can, I often will just leave an away thread also to switch over. So let me put you on a Be Right Back screen, and I will switch my cameras. Hang on. Here. Okay, let's see. What are we seeing here? You don't want to see that. Hold on. Oh, now we're upside down. Oh, you guys, what you don't put up with from me. Okay, hold on. Transform. Hold on. Flip. Horizontal. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, wait. Here. Oh, good Lord. Properties. That's not what I want. Cancel that. Transform. Okay, one more time. Okay, what the heck? We'll get it yet. Am I making you seasick yet? There, now that should do it. Okay, that should do it. There we go. Now, just focus, focus. There we go. Oh, good Lord, what do people don't put up with? Here we go. Camera. Zoom, 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 zoom. I know. Okay. How's that? You can see my threads. Like I said, this is not ideal, and I didn't. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this so I know what I'm doing here. Okay, now. Oh, geez, Louise. I'm going back to that screen. You're not going to be able to see me. No, you're not causing any trouble. Not a problem at all. Okay, here's my needle. All right, folks. Now, this is how you do a pin stitch. Okay. So, I'm going to do it over here. So, we're going to assume, here we go. We're going to assume, I'm going to do it big. Instead of over 2, I'm going to do it like over 4. So let's just take the center of this square as as the intersection, okay, where you would have your over 2 threads in each direction. Okay, now it's going to be clear focus. It does not know what it wants to do. Focus. I'm going to turn off autofocus and see if that doesn't help, okay? All right, let's try this. So let's just, that's worse. There, how's that, guys? Is that focus okay? Can't you zoom in a little bit? Oh, look at that, I can zoom in a little bit more. Oh my God. No, we'll be good. We'll be good. Okay, here we go. All right. Over 2 threads, we're going to do a pin stitch. So if this is my middle of the 2 threads, okay, just lost you. Here we go. All right, here's my middle of the 2 threads. All right, so I'm going to come down and leave a tail. I'm going to come up 1 thread over. Okay, That tail is still there, don't pull it through. I'm going to go back down in the middle. Okay. And don't do what I did and just pull that tail through. I'm going to do it bigger so you can see. I'm going to go down in the middle. 2. I'm going to come up 1 thread over. Now I came up more over so you can get the idea. I'm going to go back down in the middle. I'm going to come up 1 thread over. I'm going to go back down in the middle, and then I'm going to do my X. Actually, the bigger I did this, the easier it'll be to take out. So then I'm going to do my X. Okay, and keep on going. So that's all there really is to a pin stitch. You just go down, you have your threads, so you go down and you're over 2 and over 2. So you would go down, oh geez, you can't see me. Hold on. Hold on. You have your over 2 and over 2. So you would go down here in the middle and then come up on one side, go back down in the middle, come up on the other side, go back down in the middle, and keep doing your X. Now, if you want to do it as the first part of your stitch, so that you only have to cross it, then you would come up in the middle, go to your starting corner, come up, go in the middle, go to your opposite corner, come up, go down in the middle, and then complete your X and cut that tail off. Okay, that's all there is to a pin stitch. It's very, very simple, and it keeps hold of your fabric very well. Very well. So yeah, that's how did this one get upside down? That's all it takes. It's really, really not difficult at all. So now, what did I miss? Oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, Melanie, you're not late. My goodness, we got a ton of people here today. Lunar Bunny, Melanie, hello. Chrissy, welcome. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Maria, okay. Julia, I'm so glad you could catch me live also. Okay, let me go back up here. Away threads are great. Yeah, the other thing you can do is just use an away thread. It really, in all honesty, when I'm working over 1, I 9 times out of 10 just use an away thread. You can do the you can do a loop start when you're doing tent stitching over 1. However, that being said, I still tend to, if I'm going to do the loop start, I will still tend to leave a bit of a tail. I'm going to turn this light down a little. I still tend to leave a bit of a tail with that loop start because
Welcome to the NeedleBugg. My name is Karen and I am so
happy. Sorry guys, got the wrong one. Let me switch this. Let me switch this camera. USB camera. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I'm just having a day today. USB camera. Oh, Fooey, hold on. Hold on. Oh my God. You guys are so good. Here we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Not my day today, is it? Okay, let me get underneath the chat here. Oh, one more. Oh, now. Oh my God. Now we're back to the... Nope. Get me in the right place again. Hi. You guys are too patient. Because... Oh man, I'll tell you what. Brightness, control. What do I want to do? I wanted to get me a little closer to you. Okay. Oh, that didn't help much, but there we go. Let's turn that off. Oh, not my day today, guys. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying is I tend to do that away thread for my starts on 32 count, the 10th stitch. But you're right, Brandy, it does make your back bulky. And I don't know that I would... If you're doing over 1, Nicole, on 32, I would not use a pin stitch. That's going to be too hard. And too difficult to see. Yeah. If you're doing over 2, that's fine. But if you're doing over 1, no. I would not do... I would not use a pin stitch. I would use an away thread. I agree, confetti areas are bulky. And I think that's what was causing me trouble with this particular piece is I'm in the trees that you see looking through that window. And it's pure confetti hell. At one point I had, I think, 10 or 15 threads parked in that little area. So yeah, it was getting very confusing. I know I'm playing around here. I'm trying to get a better zoom in picture for you. You don't need to... Why am I not zooming in anymore? Oh no, this camera doesn't like to be adjusted. It doesn't like it too much. So hold on, let me do this a little more. Oh, geez Louise. There, that's better. Oh, that's better. Now I don't feel like I'm so far away. This camera doesn't like it. Okay, who else do we got? Who else am I missing here? Yeah. You know what? And I really do enjoy the 32 count. I'm enjoying it. It was my own silly fault for counting incorrectly when I parked a thread. That's exactly what happened. And then to go back, it's one thing to go back and find it, but it's another thing to be able to frog just that mistake, because it's so padded and thick. But I do enjoy the 32 count tent stitch. I really do enjoy it. It's just this it's just the fact that I made this mistake and now I have this mess. So I really am thinking about starting it over. And I don't know that I want to I don't know that I want to do the, okay, let's flip around and go back to frogging this part later. I'm not sure. I'm noticing. Okay, Leanne, how are you feeling about it? Because you're doing the same. Bulky just in the little bit I've done, partially because of Max Color. Okay, you're doing a method similar to Gemma Stitches. Okay. You know what? I've been thinking about that. And what I was gonna do here now is, because it could tend to be less colors at a time, is to go back to when I was restitching this, I went on the diagonal. Now, part of the mistake I made is because I had that little bit where it was only a couple stitches to fill in a diagonal, and then the next diagonal was a full one. So part of my next mistake was to not stop my threads and restart them, but to just carry them up to that next diagonal. And when I did that, it made even more of a bulk. So that didn't help either. In fact, that made the back really nasty, which is why then I ended up frogging it, what I had done last night, the second time. But I like the 32 count. I just need to find a way without having to continually rip or frog or undo or unpick or whatever. I just need to find a way to have a more systematic approach to this one. You know, I was really going away from parking and doing all of that because, you know, the dangly threads kind of make me a little crazy. However, I feel like I'm rethinking that at the moment, and I really seriously am gonna park, but maybe not on the diagonal. Maybe work down the column. Okay, Chrissy, your way threads are about 5 centimeters, and you pull it through and use a tiny crochet hook to pull the stitches to the back. Well, that's a good idea. Do you know another trick? I got all kinds of tricks. Let me cut this off. Scissors. I'll show you another trick. I don't necessarily have to demonstrate it, but you have your, you have your needle and your thread, okay? Thread your needle like you're going to do a loop start, okay? And put your needle through the fabric. If you want to pull something to the back, okay, put your needle through the fabric. Do not pull the loop through. And then take that tail and put that tail in the loop and pull it to the back. It also works if you have a thread that's too short to work under your threads in the back, is take your thread and make it like you're going to do a loop start. Put it under your stitches, put the tail inside the loop, and pull it through. You know, there's all kinds of fancy things out there for this. There's, I think, a thing called a star detailer. What was the one years ago? I have a whole set of it. It came on a pin, and it had, I believe, a needle threader. It had a wire that you could put under your stitches, and then it had a little hook. Was it My Favorite Doololly or something to that effect? Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, there are options out there. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that, Chrissy, for a long time. It's like, you know, you have your needle, you have your thread, it's right there. Just make a loop and use that to pull it through. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, I'm disappointed I can't. You won't be able to see if I stitch. So I guess we just have to chat today. Iron stitches, you're stitching whatever you want. Oh, no, wait. Window width of U max color on diagonal 25 count. Okay, on 25 count, you park the away threads in vertical, not on the diagonal, and you find it not bulky at all. So, you're stitching on the diagonal. Okay, I want to make sure I got this right. And so you put your away threads over here. Like if this is your diagonal, you put your away threads over, say, to the right, depending on which your diagonal goes. I just got to get rid of the bulk somehow. So I will try that. Oops. Missy, you're back to cross country. See, now it's the cross country that got me in trouble. Silja, oh my God. Over 1 million stitches. Oh, good Lord. God bless you. And your work is beautiful. Oh my God. I love to watch your stuff. Well, I love to watch a lot of people's stuff, but you are so, you have so many. And Linda Glover, hello. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to catch up here. Linda, you're going to, Chrissy's going to a craft show in Birmingham tomorrow? Well, that looks like fun. Ooh. Yes, Penny, you're right. Do what makes me happy and listen to the chart. Except I love the 32 count over 1. I do have 28. Maybe that would be a bit better. But then I'd have to use 2 threads, and I don't want to do that. Martina, you stitch down the column. Okay.
Yes, Nicole, Snag Nabbit is another good. Yeah, I always have. In fact, I have several. I keep them all over the place because depending on where I'm stitching. Barb, no, you're not late. No, I started early today in order to keep you confused. Are you off today, or do you have to go to work? Lucia, question. Oh, wait, I just lost you. Do I have a Facebook group? You would love to see everyone's work. Well, here's the deal. I have a Facebook group for the love of diagonal cross stitching is my Facebook group. And that is open to anyone who wants to join it. I also have another Facebook group, and you'll laugh at the name, but there's a reason for that name, and it's called the NeedleBugg Peeps. Because my husband calls all of you guys my peeps. Every time I come on to do a video, he says, "Are you going to go talk to your peeps?" And I say yes. However, that Facebook group is for people who joined the channel memberships. So they are the VIP members of this channel. And I have set up a Facebook group for those folks. So those are the people that have the colored badge by their name on the chat are VIP members. So any of those that want to be in a Facebook group or in the Facebook group may join. But that particular group is a closed group. It is also a hidden group, and it is only open to VIP members. That's just one of their perks for being a VIP member. And if I do remember correctly, if you join and become a member, it's $2.99 a month. And with that, it helps me to keep my equipment, and I'm gonna find a way to hook up this phone again. And that may mean buying an app or whatever. It will help me to get things to show you guys, like, accessories or new charts or whatever. And it helps pay postage for the giveaways that I do. And there are giveaways coming up. Let me tell you what, giveaways are not cheap to give away. I mean, it's not the item that I'm giving away, it's the postage to mail them. So that membership allows me to be able to do that. Truth be told, full disclosure, I mailed some things Thursday, that were giveaways. Now, I will say one of them was not a giveaway. But in order to do that, I left about $65 at the post office. Because of the things I mailed, only one of them was in the States. So all of them were overseas or Canada. So your membership helps to pay that postage that would allow me to send items and not restrict it to the States. However, that being said, there may come a point where I need to do that because postage is out of this world. But when you're looking, people think when people do videos and they monetize and they do these memberships that they're getting a lot of dollars for that. And truth be told, no, not the case. Not the case. I am fortunate to get, full disclosure, $100 a month. Okay, so then you think, all right, I already left all but $60 at the post office this week. So, just full disclosure, and I am not saying you have to join. I'm not saying you have to take a membership. That is totally, totally up to you. I'm just telling you that if you do, that is what it helps to do. Okay, but again, not required. Not required. People that do get that extra Facebook group and get some live sessions with just members and myself. Biggest thing. So, full disclosure. Okay, where am I here? Oh my goodness, this is going so fast again. Needless to say, no stitching. Snag nabbit. Oh, Barb, you're off today. Okay. Did that one. Nothing wrong with just chatting. Okay. Thank you for that. It's always fun to just chat. Found the perfect tool to help with frogging. It's from the dollar store. It's one of those cheap metal and plastic dull pointed dental picks. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Julia, you're doing cross country with moderate parking. Rose, thank you. Thank you for joining. We're glad to have you. Wonderful. If you are not a friend on Facebook, if you're not one of my friends, send me a friend request, and then I will send you a request to an invite to join the group. And thank you for doing that. Teresa, hello, my dear heart. Oh, I hope you're doing a little bit better today. Oh, I hope so. I'm so glad you're here. I think about you all the time. Yes, Rose, we're glad to have you. Okay, Lucia, there should be at the bottom of the video where, in that line where it tells you to like, dislike, share, whatever, it's right in that area. You should see a button that says join. Penny, thank you. Thank you for is that a super chat? I think. Thank you so much. Teresa. Oh, hi, Teresa. Fault for enabling me. Yes. Now, let me tell you what that Teresa did. She's lucky I love her to death. But let me tell you what she did. Last Sunday, on her live stream, she's talking about fancy ladies. Yes, Teresa, I'm talking about you. She's talking about fancy ladies. And yes, I enabled her to do a chart by Modern Folk Embroidery with me, of which probably neither one of us have touched since we started it. But it's there, it's in the pile. And she has enabled me to do something I have never done, a fancy lady. So I can't remember the name of it. Teresa, you know the one. I can't remember the name of it. But I will be starting, new year, new start, something I have never, ever stitched before. I have never stitched a fancy lady. So it's all Teresa's fault. Tis all her fault, but that's okay. I enabled her, so turnabout is fair play. And we do play fair. So, yeah, I will be starting a fancy lady. And we'll have to get together, Teresa, on, well, I can, when my chart comes, I can see what fabric I need and all that good stuff. So, have to decide what I want to stitch it on. So, yeah. Oh, Missy, then I feel pretty good then. It's your first fancy lady too. Oh. Yeah. Allie, hello. I haven't seen you well, I've seen you on YouTube. I just haven't seen you here for a while. Fancy ladies are, Barb, fancy ladies are mirabilias. Or, I guess, any of those type charts of ladies. Yeah, it's not something I have stitched Marilyn Lovett Implement. I don't know if they're considered fancy ladies or not. Lady of Winter, but that was, oh my goodness, that was 30 years ago. And I think I gave it to my daughter. I never framed it, but I gave it to my daughter, and God only knows whatever happened to it. And it doesn't matter whatever happened to it. Yeah, so yep, so I'm gonna attempt a fancy lady. Rose, you will not find the group. It is hidden. So you're not going to see it. You have to send me a request to be my friend on Facebook. Once you do that, I will send you an invite to the group, and then that will get you in. Okay, but it's a hidden group, so people can't just go find it. I didn't have it hidden when I first started it, and I had quite a few people ask to join, and they were not VIP members. So it kind of broke my heart to have to say, oops, sorry. So I made it hidden so that I had better control over who gets in it and who doesn't get in it. So that's the reason. It's part of your membership here to be a part of that, and I see that you have joined, and thank you so much for that. And yeah, just friend me on Facebook, and I will send you the invite after the stream. So it'll be a little bit later today, but you will get it. And you can find me on Facebook just by my name, just Karen Bugg. And I can't remember. I think it's my logo thing that you'll see so that you'll know it's me. Well, Karen, hello. Glad to see you here. Wonderful that you're here. I'm so glad. Oh my goodness, there's so many people. And someone, I believe 2 people. Okay, I don't understand. Lucia, you guys are talking in German? And that's okay. That's okay. Talk amongst yourself. I don't understand. I can't read German. I have no join button on my iPad. You should. If it's not on, there was a point in time where I thought it would not show up on the live. So if you go to one of my recorded videos, it should be there. Well, let's see, if I go there, it will be there. for me. Let me look quick. Let me go to my channel. Well, let me go to my, oh yeah, there should be. If you go to my channel, it's right up next to my channel. If you go up to my channel, it's right up next to my name. And if you go to one of my videos, which one did I oh, I can't always tell. Here, that's a pre-recorded one. Oh, stop. Mute. If you go to one of my videos, it should say NeedleBugg and then the title of the video, and then there's the link for my channel, and right next to that, there's a join button. So hopefully you will find it that way. You told me I was a celebrity. Oh, it's not German, it's Dutch. Okay. And that's fine. You just help. No, Dutch, she's explaining me how to join. Oh, good. You guys are something else. Okay. Oh, Bella Filipina. Oh, that's right. It isn't a Mirabilia. Yes, Dora, you are absolutely right. Teresa is a wonderful enabler also. She's very, very good at it. Very good at it. You know, what's a body to do? We have to, you're going to do these videos, we have to enable. Is that not the way it works? Is that not why we do them? Oh, golly. What else did I have here? Let's see. Sorry, Andy. Oh, the other thing that I will do a video on this week, hopefully, is people were asking about stitching in hand. And I do occasionally stitch in hand, every once in a while. So I will make a video on that at some point. Probably this week. Allie, yes. I was having issues connecting my iPhone today. But I switched my streaming software to Prism Live, which is another version of OBS. It works just like OBS, and it is an OBS, but it already has all the a lot of extra things already built in, where you don't have to do like I don't have to use that iCam thingamajigger. So what I did was we got an outside camera because the catalytic converter thieves are in our area. So we got an outside camera, and that had to hook up to the 2.4 gigahertz part of my internet connection. And I think that kind of messed up my camera connecting with this computer in this software. So I have to try and figure that out. Yeah. So what I will probably end up doing is going back to that software, that app that you told me about, if this doesn't work. if I can't get it to do it through this software. What have you restarted on? Oh, the earth god is because it wasn't enjoying on linen. Do you know, linen is either a love or hate thing. You either love to stitch on it or you hate it. And a lot of times it depends on what linen you're stitching on. Perfectly honest, if it's a Zweigert based linen, yeah, I'm all about it anymore, because they can no longer get my absolute favorite one because it's not made anymore, which was a Graziano linen in 40 count, and they don't make it anymore. So my next choice was Zweigert's linen. If it's Witchell, nope. Nope, can't, no, don't like it. I don't like it, and I won't get it. So, yeah. Lucia, you should. I did call. I have Xfinity, and I have one of their X-Fi boxes, and it has both 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz in it, and it automatically detects. I can't choose. And I called Xfinity, and yeah, I can't choose. It's going to automatically pick for me. It's going to give me the strongest connection. Yes, Allie, I really like this Prism Live, and the extra things that are in it. I don't know if you watched any of my stuff lately, but at the end I put the please subscribe thing and thank you with all these starbursty things coming out of it. Yeah, that's all part of this Prism Live. In fact, I don't know if I know how to do it, but there's one here. Oh, I don't know how to do it, where it has beauty effects where you can change your face. It gives you can do a virtual background, and you don't need anything else to do that. Like, yeah, I know. Oh, let me get out of here. I haven't figured all of that out yet. I can add music. I can put stickers, like here. I forget how to add it. There you go. Now you have a sticker. Now how do I turn it off? There you go. Oh, maybe it was this one. There. So you can add all of that kind of stuff in whenever. It's really kind of fun. I really like it. Let's see. So yeah, let me know how when you get it set up, Allie. Let me know how you like it. Allison, hello. I'm glad you're here. Bianca. Oh, another Dutchie, Bianca. Oh, so nice. So nice that everybody's here. Oh, yes. So when I want to send you some love, all we have to do is this. Is that not too cool or what? And there's more stickers just besides those. Virtual background stickers. Yeah. I can do flowers, explosion. Okay, the one I had on the be right back thing was one of the stickers from here. So yeah, Allie, let me know how you like it. Bianca, you have a silly, unnecessary. No, it's never silly and never unnecessary. You want to start on 32 count tent, but totally forgot if you do it with 2 or just 1 strand. 1 strand. Don't use 2. And you missed my sad story. My sad story of I had to frog over 500 stitches. Yeah. Yeah, if you, and using one strand on the 32, if you have a lot of confetti, it's thick. It can get really thick. So my best suggestion, and I should heed my own advice, people, of which I'm not very good at doing. I'm very good at giving advice, but I'm very bad at taking my own advice. So my best suggestion was have a method. Have a strict way of doing it, because I did some cross country and I messed up so bad, and that's why I had to rip. Oh, Chrissy, well, I'm glad you joined us, and have a wonderful meal and a great rest of your day. And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if you have a concrete way to do it that is consistent, and there's a word I'm looking for, and it's not coming to my feeble little brain. Methodical. Have some kind of methodical way to do it, because I had a mess, and I still have a mess on the back that I'm not really happy with, and I have fuzzies back there that as I'm going to restitch this, they're probably going to pull towards the front, and then that's going to make me angry. Well, maybe not angry, just really upset. And it's like, you know what, I'm not a have to have my back perfect person. You know, the back of these designs is not going to be all straight up and down lines. Like if you're stitching big blocks of color, it's just not going to happen. But I do like to keep it as neat as I can. And this was just not what I want. And the more I tried to frog things and clean up the back, the more of a mess I'm making. And that's not good either. Then that just upsets me a little bit more. See, Barb, yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and restart it. Teresa, okay. The fireworks are driving your honeys crazy. Oh, geez. Okay, come back later if you can. And are you going to do your stream tomorrow? If you are, I will be there. If you aren't, I'll touch base with you anyway, just to see how you're doing. Yes, Lucia, you are absolutely correct. If I'm not happy, I will restart it. I didn't think you would, Teresa. So take care. Take care. I'll catch you later. Suzette, I don't know that I would put Fray check on it. Teresa, that would be awesome. Just, yeah, whenever it suits you, just let me know. I'm around all day. Blah, blah, blah. If I put Fray check on it, what I would be afraid is, because that kind of stiffens your fabric, I'm afraid that would bleed through to the front and leave a not so nice mark on the stitches on the front. That would be my fear, that would happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust that. That's a thought, Missy, to use tape until I can get past them. That would be a thought. Take care, Teresa. Nicola, hello. Oh, people are never late. Don't ever think you're late. We go on here for a long time. How long are we on? Oh, we're only here an hour and a half. Last time we were on here, well, probably close to 3 hours. So yeah, well, okay. Let me flip it around again, and since I switched the cameras up here, and I just am not, okay, I'm going to switch the screens. Hang in there. Let's go to, let's see if, which one, I think it's this one. No, that's not it. Okay, no, wait. Oh, good Lord, I have my things so messed up here. Okay, that's that one. Here we go. Oh, now my Brio's not connected. Hold on. Hold the phone. There we go. Let me shrink this one down. Hold on. Oh, this is so much fun. Put me up there. Make this, oh, phooey. Make this a little bigger. Okay, now let's see if I can. Okay. There, that is the mess I have. It's not the greatest. Oops, went the wrong way. That is the mess I have. This was all from the rest. Well, you can't really see that. Let me go up a little bit. Your cameras are cracking me up today. Let me tell you what, they're cracking me up too. This was all cross-country kind of stuff, and see how that... If I trim it down, Allison, then my stitches on the front are coming loose. Barb, I think you did. I think you did. So, yeah. This right here is the mess that is... making me crazy, because see how these are all down, and if I trim them closer, then my stitches on the front are coming out, and I already did trim it closer than I probably should have. This is left from stitches I frogged. So, yeah. 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 Talk about a bit of a challenge. Let me go this way. Okay. So, I have something different here too today. I put, oh, now I'm upside down again. Oh, for the love of Pete. Brio, Brio, Brio. Transform, edit. That's not what I wanted. I want to flip it. Oh my goodness. Transform. Do it again. There we go. Okay. I will show you how I start. But see how these are coming loose here on the front? All in here. They're all coming loose. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Not happy at all. Oh, well, Leanne, good for you. I'm gonna, let's see, let me come out here a little bit, back. Let me come back down here. Oh, that's not a bad picture. All right, to start with a single thread, okay, I would go down in the hole next to the top of my tent stitch. I'm going to come up in this one, which will be the end, the second stitch in my tent stitch. Okay, and just leave a little bit of a tail, but enough that you can hold on to it or you're going to pull it through. Then go back down in that same hole, make a loop, come up, and I'm coming up in my bottom, is that. What is that? Go away. Why won't that go away? Okay, I'm coming up in my, there, in my bottom right corner, okay? And then catch your loop, but hold on to that tail so you don't pull it. And then go, pull it tight, and then go back down in the same hole that your loop. And then just continue your tent stitches. Now, I find I will do them both ways. I will do them as a regular half stitch, and I will do them as a continental stitch. And that was probably some of my issue up here too. Then you can just keep on going. Now, to end, 9 times out of 10, I will just go down here and leave a tail and stitch over it. 9 times out of 10. Most of the time. But you can do this. Now, I'm going to come up here as the first part and go down up there as the second part. So, in the hole that I would normally come up in, I'm going to come up, I'm going to make the loop, I'm going to come up in the top of the stitch, which is my upper left hand corner. I'm going to go through the loop, pull it tight, or as tight as you can get it, and then I'm going to go back down, and that's the loop end. Now, just to be safe, I will leave just a little bit of a tail to stitch over. Not much, just a smidgen, just enough to catch it once or twice. Once is enough. Hold on, I'm losing the, you're getting ahead of me. Okay, thanks for the answers. Restart. Yes, I'm going to restart, Barb. I am. Oh, yeah, that's great. Let's see. Yes, Allison, Ali Juno does have some videos on that also. Hers are also very good. I did, Barb. I used that purple, you know what I mean, that purple thing. And that did get all the fuzzies out, but what I have is these little ends that are left are all fuzzy. So it's attached threads that are fuzzy. Rose, the loop method with one strand to start and end for tent stitch is really just the same as when you're doing full cross. So it will work on your 32 count full cross tent stitch projects. Like I said, I just use that little bit of an extra tail just for one extra measure. Yep, Joan, a restart is in my future. And I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I don't know why it's ringing. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, Allison, you finish the same way. Allie, you also tack your under the stitch. Yes. And if I'm doing, now I haven't done that with tent stitch, but if I were doing a full cross, I would probably go under, from the front, go under a stitch or two, and then take that thread to the back. Just as, again, as an extra measure. I haven't tried it on, I guess I could do it on the, yeah, I'll have to try it when I can try it better. Lucia, what's a continental stitch? Oh no, you're not no, you ask these questions. Absolutely. Absolutely ask these questions. Okay, when you're stitching, I'm going to restart this so I don't even have to rip this stuff out. Okay, so normally a lot of people when they're doing tent stitch, I'm just going to go down here a little bit. Okay, I like mine to slant the direction of my bottom stitch when I do a full cross. So I'm going to come up in the lower right, go down in the upper left, and then come up in the lower right, down in the upper left. Okay, that's a normal, everyday, known to us all, half stitch, because your lines on the back are going to be straight up and down. Okay, a continental stitch, I am going to come up in my top. Okay, if I am going from right to left across the row, I'm going to come up in my upper left. I'm going to go down in my lower right. Okay, it makes the same stitch on the front. Okay, then I'm going to go back up to my upper left and down again in my lower right. Now, if you think about how the thread travels on the back, let's see if I can flip this easily and have you be able to see it. Where'd you go? Okay, where do I find it? Over this way. Now this way. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. Do you see the difference? Here, oops. Here, the stitches are straight up and down. Here, they're at an angle. Okay, that's the difference. That's what makes a continental stitch as opposed to a regular half stitch. It's the way your thread travels on the back. Okay, yeah. There we go. Come back up here. There we go. There we go. So that's the difference. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I lost my place here. Okay, what about a horizontal start pin stitch and then a vertical end pin stitch? I mean, you can do that. You can do that. That's not a problem. Leanne, do you need me to demonstrate that again? I mean, I did that up here a little bit further up the fabric. If you need me to demonstrate that again, I do have a video. Look in the Book of Knowledge and there's a video on pin stitches, okay? Dora. Yes, to find that Facebook group, you must be a VIP member of the channel. Okay, when you join and become a VIP member, then search for me on Facebook, and you can find me just by searching my name. Send me a friend request. I will then accept your friend request and send you an invite to the group. You're not going to be able to search for the group because it's hidden. I would love to see you do a short show about how you tack the loop start. I just subbed to your oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you so much for those of you that are joining. Thank you so very much. Rose, I can do, how about if I make a video of these different starts? Will that work for you? When I have 60 colors in a 10 by 10 block, leaving a tail makes it very bulky and messy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to switch screens here again. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Because I have the same problem as you saw. I have the same problem. It gets very messy and bulky. Now, I expect some of it, but what I had here was just such a mess. I'm just not a happy camper. And I love the 32 count, and I love the 10 stitch on the 32 count. And I would switch it to 28 if I could do it with one strand of floss. But 2 strands of floss just do not play nice for me. They just don't. And I just don't enjoy 2 strands of floss. So I'm going to soldier on. I'm going to restart and soldier on. Nicole, what I do with ninja stitches is, well, I can't say that anymore. If I am going to be methodical about stitching this, and in all honesty, this chart is calling to be methodical. This chart, for me, is not one that is going to be, it's not one I can jump around on. This is one that has already told me you need to be methodical in stitching this one. If I'm stitching cross country in an area, those ninja stitches I would stitch first. And I would probably carry my thread from ninja stitch to ninja stitch. So if I had one up here and one over here and one down here, I would jump from ninja stitch to ninja stitch. Because when you do the stitches that have more color, you're going to stitch over those thread carries so that you're going to hide them, you're going to tack them down, and they're not going to be an issue. But that's what I would do. In this case, where I'm going to be methodical, I would start my thread. If it's one stitch, one color, and there's no other one around, I would start my thread with either the loop start or a tiny little away thread that I would just, all you really have to do is catch that thread one time and it will be secure. You don't have to stitch over it 4, 5, and 6 times. As long as you have caught that thread with one stitch, it will be secure. So what I have done in the past, oh, Martina, I'm sorry you have to leave too. Have a nice weekend. Have a great rest of your day. And stalk your mailbox. I'll catch you next time. Have a great day. What I have done in the past is I have gone through the top of the fabric over to the stitch that I'm going to stitch, so that's my away tail. I've come up the start of my stitch. I've gone down for the first half of my stitch. I come up to complete the second half of the stitch, and I will pull that enough so that I know I caught that thread. And I won't, when I went down through the fabric for that initial tail, I don't go far away. I go maybe only 2 or 3 threads away. So that after I bring my needle up and that stitch is getting tight across the back, I will just pull that away thread enough that it goes underneath the fabric in the back, so that I know it's secured by that one stitch, and that's enough to secure it, and then I keep on stitching. So so it's just catch it one time, and you're not leaving then a big tail, you're leaving just a little smidge of a tail. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And then I will go, I will go to other ninja stitches by just traveling, because I know I'm going to stitch over those things later. Oh, Allie, thank you for doing that. That would be wonderful. I mean, I will also try and do one. I haven't done any of those shorts. I guess I better try and do one once. Or else take a clip out of a video where I've already showed something. Martina, let's see. If I did a head on 20 count Ada, will it lose? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my goodness, there's so much underneath here. If you did 2 strands 10, no, you won't lose the detail. Also, would it be easier to work right to left with stitching the top laying stitch, bottom right to top left? I go back and forth. Like if I'm being methodical, one row I will stitch bottom right, top left, and it would be a half cross stitch. But when I come back, I will stitch bottom right to top left, and it's a continental stitch. So it alternates. So you use them both, really. That also, just in my opinion, and like I said, I am not a big knowledgeable person when it comes to tent stitching, because normally I have not done tent stitch, except for occasionally when it calls for it in a chart, like you're going to do a background and you want just a faded look and you're going to do a tent stitch. That's been my experience. I don't have a lot of tent stitching full coverage experience. I'm winging it as I go. But my understanding is, if you're doing it that way, a half stitch one direction, a continental stitch the other direction, it helps to keep the fabric from getting warped, out of shape, say like a piece of needlepoint does. How a piece of needlepoint gets wonky? If you're doing a combination of those stitches, it helps prevent that. Jody, it really doesn't matter, other than the fact that you want to, as Vicky is saying, your fabric can warp. It can get wonky like a piece of needlepoint gets wonky. Years and years and years and years and years and years ago, I did some needlepoint, and your kind of goes out of shape. But I mean, once it's washed, you can pull it right back into shape. So it's, you know, it's not a huge deal. What do you do with the starting tail of this loop start, or do you just cut it off? You can just pull it to the back if you want and stitch over it, and that's just an extra bit of security, or you can cut it off because it is going to, I mean, it's not going to come undone. Either or. I tend to just pull it to the back and catch it. I agree, Missy. I have found on what I have done on this piece that a Continental stitch covers, not only does it cover better, it lays nicer than a half cross stitch. That's been my observation for what I have done. Like I said, I don't have that much experience, so I'm really learning a lot of this with all of you. So, yeah. Which one is more bulky, a tent or a Continental? Actually, a Continental stitch will be bulkier because you have that long elongated stitch on the back, where a regular half cross stitch, you're just going to have that up and down line like you do in regular cross stitch. So again, yeah, it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. What do you want? Which are you going to be happier with? Because you got to figure your back is going to be bulky to some extent, no matter which stitch you use, because of all the color changes. It's going to be bulky. So it's go with what you're most comfortable with. Yeah, Leanne, I think we both are figuring that out. It has to be a methodical stitch. There's just no way to keep any sense of it if you don't have a methodical means of doing it. Lost me again. Ninja stitch, same as confetti stitch. Yes. It's when you have those isolated single stitches that make you crazy. Now, again, full disclosure. Truth be told. True confessions. Sometimes when I have, and this all depends on a mood, sometimes when I have that one single stitch of a color, and if you look at your color numbers of that one single stitch as compared to maybe the thread that's in your needle, if it is just a hair different in the shade of the color, guess what? It becomes the color that's in my needle. I do not thread a needle and start for that one stitch. Now, if it's a completely different color, which 9 times out of 10 it's not, it's usually just a shade of a color, then I will do the stitch in the called for color. But a lot of times, true confessions, I will stitch it with the color that's in my needle. Saves a little bit on my sanity, because crazy is just a short trip. I do that too for sections of one color, but when there's confetti, then I do whatever. It's the 10 stitch that's getting me with one strand. Yeah, I mean, I am enjoying it, and it does go faster. Heck, the first day, and I was methodical about it at that point. The first day I did 700 stitches the first day in 10 stitch. So I do like it. It's just, yeah, I don't, and I don't like stitching with 2 strands. A video that shows all the starts, how you do ninjas, would be lovely. For some reason, I'm struggling with the concept of switching loop starts from full cross to tent. They're the same. It's the same. Just think of it as a loop start for a full cross as you're doing it, but you're only going to do half the stitch. You're not going to complete the X. Other than that, it's the same. I know, it's hard to wrap your head around some things. Just keep at it, and maybe that light bulb will come on. Continental is more bulky. Absolutely. Absolutely. Suzette, if you start bottom left to top right, is that still a tent stitch? Yes. Yes. What makes it a tent stitch is getting that long stitch on the back. That's what makes it a tent stitch. A half cross stitch, you get a straight up and down line when you're doing a half cross stitch across a row. If you're doing a tent stitch on the back, you're getting a slanted stitch. That's what makes it a continental stitch. But a continental stitch is a tent stitch. That's where it gets confusing. A tent stitch and a continental stitch are the same stitches, are the same on the front. It's just it looks different on the back, but it's the same. It's just tent stitching has 2 different names, and it all is it's dependent on how you perform the stitch. I do both, tent 1 row, continental back. Yeah, and I think that's what most people do. Penny, you do the same thing. Yeah, yeah, it gives you a little bit less headache to use the same color as, if it is just a shade different. I mean, here's my color. Well, here's my messy colors, but there are so many here that are they're just a shade off. That's 2 different colors there. Yeah, that's 2 different colors. You can't see it very well. They look the same on the camera, and in real life, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference if they're on a piece of fabric. Hard pressed. So, you know what? It gets stitched the same. I'm not going to make myself nuts over threading for 1 stitch of a color that's the same. Yeah, I agree with you, Vicki. Half cross one direction, continental the other. Just because that helps reduce the bulk a bit. You're only bulking up every other row. Although when you're talking 32 count, yeah, is it making a big difference? I don't know. Since I'm going to restart anyway, I may play around on this piece. I mean, I'm going to save as much of the fabric as I can, but I may just play around a little bit with ways to reduce the bulk. And maybe, just maybe, probably, I'll put in a bit of a video as I'm doing that of Allison, you used a similar color for one stitch last night and it's haunting you. Is it making you want to take it out and put it in the appropriate called for color? Or is it saying it's okay to do that? Because really, that is the other thing. Kristen, you're absolutely right. You have to be careful because sometimes those half stitches slip under the fabric. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, if you are doing a full cross, there are ways to prevent that. However, if you're only doing the half, that's where doing it as a continental stitch and making the sacrifice of the bulk, yeah, you have to make that choice. If you don't pull quite as hard, keep your tension even and not tight, that's one way of preventing it from slipping under the fabric threads. But the other way is to not do it as a half stitch, but to do it as a continental stitch. And then you're not going to get slippage because it can't. Like I said, if you're doing a full cross, and I have a video on how to prevent slipping if you're doing a full cross. Again, it's in the Book of Knowledge and it's labeled how to prevent your thread from slipping. You can prevent that by the sequence that you stitch the stitch. If you always use the same sequence in stitching the stitch, every other X would have the potential to slip. But if you use the method that I've explained in that video, none of your stitches will slip. It's a matter of looking at the direction of the top thread of the intersection you're crossing, and your traveling floss needs to go the direction of the top thread in the intersection. So if you're crossing an intersection where your top thread is vertical, your floss on the thread needs to travel vertically on the back. If your top thread is horizontal, then your floss needs to travel horizontally on the back. That way it can't slip. There's no way that it can get underneath those threads. Because, okay, I'm going to try and do it with my fingers here, but this is my intersection. My top thread is horizontal. So if I come up here, no, I come up to the front here, I go down here, and I travel horizontally coming up over here, there's no way that thread can slip underneath this one because this one is preventing it from getting underneath. It's going to slip over this back thread and go nowhere before it's going to slip underneath this thread. Okay? Well, thank you, Allison. It changed your life. Well, I'm glad. That's why I did them. Lucia, you are doing well. Even if, you know what, even if you're a newbie, you're doing just fine. Just fine. And you know what? It's just, everybody starts somewhere. And that's why, that's why I do this channel. That's why I like to give people tips and how to do things to like prevent your thread from slipping. Because everybody starts somewhere. And oh, Missy, well, have a great rest of your day. And we will catch you next time. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for stopping by. There's nothing that, how can I say this? There's nothing that infuriates me more is to read in the groups where someone has shown something and they're so proud of what they've done, and responses get to be very negative. Usually because the person hasn't done it the way the other person thinks they should. Or it doesn't look as pristine as someone else thinks it should. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. That makes me angry to see that. And that's why you always see me end my videos the way I do. I end my videos with, there are no rules. The only rules are the rules you make for yourself. Because it really is just all about what you're happy with. If you are happy and well satisfied with the work you have done, that is all that matters. What anybody else think is irrelevant. What matters is, A, did you pick a did you pick a pattern that you love? If the answer is yes, awesome. If it's no, then find one you do love. Did you stitch it in a manner that makes you happy? And did you enjoy your time while you stitched it? If the answer is yes, then that's all that matters. If it's no, then look for a way that you can change how you've done things. I have lots of videos, folks, and they may help, or they may not. But lastly, are you happy with the result that you have? Does it meet your expectation for what you want it to be? And if the answer is yes, nobody else's opinion matters. You have satisfied your criteria. Be okay with that. Don't judge yourself by somebody else's things. It's not worth it. As long as you are happy, that's what matters. Yeah, Jody, I know it upsets you too. Well, Lucia, you know what? I will ask you. Maybe yours doesn't look like mine. And some days, mine don't look so great either. Look at that. But are you happy? And did you enjoy it? That's all that matters. Joyce, hello, hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Yes, Jody, you're absolutely right. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Keep your mouth shut. Even though it's so hard to believe, there really are people out there who live in a nitpick. You know what, Starlet? You're absolutely right. There are people who thrive on drama or picking other people apart, and they live for that. And that's when you got to say, that's their problem. It's not my problem. That's on them. I'm happy with what I did. That's what's on me. That's on them. But I agree with you. And hopefully that's what you find here. You find my aim is to be supportive, to be encouraging, to say, hey, you know what? That's an awesome job. You did fabulous. You'll find that when I put remarks in my diagonal group, those are the remarks that you get. In the VIP group, those are the remarks that you get. The only way I will tell you something different is if you ask me. If you ask me, can I do this better? Or how do I do this better? I will tell you that. But other than that, as long as you are happy, that's all that matters. All that matters. It's better to lift someone up, not knock them. Absolutely. Absolutely. We are not. And, you know, that's the other thing I say. This channel is a no judgment zone. It is no judgment. I am not going to judge you for what you say or what you do or how you stitch. Doesn't happen here. And it won't. And I won't allow it in any of my groups. I have removed people for doing that. I have removed people for their snarky, sarcastic remarks. So I'm not going to have it. Yes, absolutely, Heather. Absolutely. Lucia, you're absolutely right. I don't understand either. And you know what? Do you know what? There are occasions. Now, we all know my videos are not 10, 15, or 20 minutes. It's rare that I do a video that's less than an hour or almost an hour. I try to do them less, but Gabby here. And there are times that I will post a video and it has only been 5 minutes. 5 minutes that video is posted and there's a dislike. Now, how can you judge a video by that? The thing is, if you don't like it, just move on. I don't expect everybody to like my videos. I don't. Not at all. But really, 5 minutes? Come on, people. Yeah. And there is part of me that wonders if it's the same person. But that's neither here nor there. And you know what? I don't let it bother me. It is what it is. You don't have to like my video. There are people that are not going to like me, and that's okay. Because what you see is what you're going to get. No matter where you are. No matter where we are. This is it. This is absolutely it. So, whoops, here I go again. I get so far behind. Yes, you're right, Starlet. The only person's opinion that matters is your own. It's your house. You stitched it. You finished it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, Joyce, you're knitting. Are you doing socks again? I have a pair started for a long time now and I never finished them. Vicky, you left. Yes, I agree with you. People can be cruel. Lucia, you knit. You can't master that. You stick to cross stitch and crochet. Well, I do those too. I knit, I crochet, but mostly I cross stitch. Rose, you know what, that loop method, the ending probably is secure, but I just like that extra reassurance of catching it a time. And that's why I leave that little tail. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. I would not pierce 32 count either. I would just leave a little tail and try and catch it with your next stitch. Well, Janelle, good morning. Well, it's good morning in Australia. It's 5:30 in the morning. Let me see here. Yeah, it's 3:30 in the afternoon over here, so I guess it is 5:30 tomorrow over there. But I'm glad you dropped by. Allison, I think you're right. When it's that quick, it is the same person. I think you're right. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I, you know what? If they think they're getting to me, they're not. It is what it is. I could, like I said, there are always going to be people that don't like your videos, and that's fine. But just scroll on, you know. I've made friends. I think I've influenced some people. Well, at least I know I enable people. And you know, as long as what I'm putting out there is helping to educate, is giving you new techniques or new ways of doing things, or helping in some manner, then you know what? I've done my job, and it doesn't matter to me what anyone else thinks. It's who I am. It's who I am. I'm okay. Oh, read that. I left a few groups. Jody, that's why you're here and in my group. Oh, really? And that's why never say never has also been added to the philosophy of the channel. What is it? Oh, well, Suzette, thank you. Thank you. Because you know what? I enjoy these. I enjoy these so much. Look, I didn't stitch a stitch. Oh, well, yes, I did. I showed you how to do some. But other than that, I didn't stitch a stitch because I'm going to restart that. Seriously, I am. Oh, Lucia, you started watching me 3 months ago. Well, great. Great. And you have another loyal fan. Tried it, but you just don't get it. You know what? My mother, I told this story before, so some of you are hearing it again. My mother taught me how to knit when I was very young. I'm going to say probably 6 or 7 years old. And I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. She taught me how to cast on. Of course, because you have to learn from the very beginning. She was not going to do it for me. First thing I learned was how to cast on my stitches. And then I was supposed to start knitting. Well, let me tell you what. My stitches were so tight on the needle. They didn't move. Not only could I not move them, she could not move them. And they had to be cut off the needle. And I had to start again. So, you know what? We've all been there and done something. But yeah, I learned at a very, very young age. And knitting was all I did for a very long time. It was only after I got out of nursing school that someone showed me cross stitch, and well, that was the end of that. Okay, where am I here? Oh, well, we love you. I love you all too. You guys are so, well. Yes. Oh, I know. It doesn't matter if people like or don't like. Yes, YouTube's counted as someone interacted with you. Absolutely. And it's those interactions that get you recommended, I guess, more often on people's feeds. Allison, you're dying to hear about thoughts on cross stitch saga. Well, I'm a stitch fluencer. Well, cross stitch saga. I purchased it for my iPad, and I purchased it for my Samsung tablet. And I went in WinStitch and found well, first of all, I went on the internet and found what do they call it? It's not copyrighted, or the copyrights are over, or there's no copyright infringement. And I found a picture that wasn't too big, and I didn't want something that was going to be too large or involved or whatever. And I put it in WinStitch, and I messed around a little bit with it, and I made my own chart out of it, and I saved it as an open source chart so that it can go into Cross Stitch Saga. And then I started playing around with Saga. And so far, what I've done, just played around. I haven't stitched anything. I've just kind of played with the app. I will say there's definitely a learning curve to it. Definitely. However, so far, what I've seen, I like. My biggest issue is it doesn't take a PDF. It has to be that XSD format for it to go into Saga. Now, there are charts out there that are created in that format, but I have a gazillion PDFs. There are instructions on the internet for how to convert a PDF to XSD, I believe it is. I hope I'm saying that right. However, you need Pattern Maker to do that. And Pattern Maker is no more. Bye, Rose. Take care. Have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and have fun doing laundry. I do that on Mondays. So to be able to convert PDFs to XSD, short of making my own chart and saving them as open source, I don't know how to convert charts that I have to that format. Penny, WinStitch is the same program as MaxStitch. It's just WinStitch is for a PC and MaxStitch is for an Apple product, a Mac. But it is the same software, and I have WinStitch. But I haven't figured out how to take a PDF and change it to an open source in WinStitch. Short of, there's a tool, I guess, in WinStitch where you can do something called an onion skin, where you can put the picture in and then lay something on top of it and copy it. But Allison, what are you telling me? You would do for the PDFs you haven't started yet is to get an image. You already bought it from online. Do a picture import and PDF to JPEG for the onion. Okay. Yeah, PDF to a JPEG, and then you have to sit there and have to actually do every square. But Allison, so if I'm doing Autumn Church by Dominic Davison, the one I'm going to restart, if I would take the picture that's on the internet, put it into WinStitch, import it into WinStitch, make my chart from that, and then export it as OXS. Does that work? I'll have to try that. But anyway, what I did for 2 charts that I'd like to stitch, and truth also be told, it's the other reason I don't mind restarting Autumn Church. But for Autumn Church and for Jane and the Prisoner of Wool House, I went on Etsy, and there's a gentleman on there who does the conversion for you. Because I hadn't tried that, Allison. I should have tried that first. But there's a gentleman on there that will do the conversion for you from PDF to XSD. So he is in the process of doing those 2 charts for me now. In fact, I should have them any day. Maybe they're there now. No, not yet. Not yet. But hopefully. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to try that. If I get a picture from the internet, import it into WinStitch, export it, because that's what I do. Okay, those of you who are already VIPs got a copy of what I played around with, taking a picture from the internet, fiddled around with it, and then exported it as the open source thing, and I put it into Saga and I played with it in there, and so far I like it. Allison, he sent me mock-ups. If you like, I will send you. I'll shoot you a message with the mock-ups. He did a really nice job, and he's working on finishing them up now. So yeah, I'm rather pleased. And funny thing is, as it turns out, after I messaged him, his first email back to me was, "You have the same name as a YouTuber that I watch, the NeedleBugg," and had all these nice things to say. So I had to message him back and say, "Yeah, that's me." It was really quite funny. It was really quite a small world. You never know. Gosh, with this, you never know who's out there, and you're recognizable and all that good stuff. Yes, Allison, I'll forward that to you. Do I have your email address? I can't remember. Shoot me an email. I'll put it in the bottom of this video for you. And then I'll, because it'll be easier to send them to you via an email than I think on one of the other social media things. So, yeah, but isn't that cool? That's so funny. In fact, after I thought about it, I kind of remember quite some time ago, back in the beginnings of this channel, we talked about cross-stitch saga a long time ago. And I sort of half think he messaged me back then about doing conversions. I sort of half think. Because I vaguely remember talking to him before. It's a vague memory, but that's okay. That's okay. Vicky, you want to learn how to put a large paper chart into Pattern Keeper, like lavender and lace. Yeah, that one I can't help you with. I've not done that. I have put a paper chart into Markup RXP, but I have never tried to put one into Pattern Keeper. So that one, I'm of no use to you in that respect. I haven't had the need to do that, because usually I buy PDFs anymore. So, yeah. So actually, I am, so far, what I've tried, liking it. And the other thing I figured out is, I found it pretty intriguing and pretty cool. In Saga, you can define the area that you want to concentrate on. Like, you can put that block, that square area in. And you can also put your diagonal lines in if you want to stitch diagonally. But what I found is, if I wanted to highlight just that diagonal and I put that square in, you can alter the shape of the square to actually be the shape of your diagonal, so that you're really only seeing those 10 stitches wide, or if you do it 20 stitches wide, you're only seeing those, which I found that's really rather interesting. Plus, the thing is, what I like about both the Saga and Markup is the fact that it keeps all your statistics for you. Lucia, I have a video on how to put a picture into Markup. You foresee a future video on Saga. You may well see one. You may well see one. Because you know what? It's another way to just see what's out there. And you never know if something better is going to come along, that's going to work better for you or give you more of what you want, unless you check these out. And if I do the videos, because Saga, you have to purchase. There's no trial on that one. You need to purchase. So I've already purchased it. So I'll figure it out and do a video. It's just the way that's going to work. So yes, you will see another video. So, oh my goodness. Well, my friends, I have been here, oh my, for 2 hours and almost 45 minutes. Do you believe that? Again, time flies when we are having fun, and we're having fun. But I think it's time to call it a day because we're soon gonna here, well, it's going on 4 o'clock, but time to think about dinner and what we're going to do for that. So I'm probably going to end this stream about now. And I will be back for sure next Saturday. I'm going to try and do one every Saturday, at least for the time being, because this seems to be a good time to catch a whole lot of you. And yeah, seems to be a time that works for a lot of people, and a lot of people in and out during this time. So next Saturday, same time. And for the people that just joined the VIP and the people that are currently a VIP member, look for a live stream for just you guys coming up soon. I usually will post that in the Facebook group or on the community page or both. So look for that. And with that, I am going to say, have a great rest of your day and have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you next time. And remember, you know the drill. Who's going to beat me to it? There are no rules in cross stitch, only the rules you make for yourself. So have a great one, and never say never. So see you next time, folks. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.